All right, let's take a look at font. We're going to look at the toolbar here in Toolbar Basics. A couple things we need to know about font. One, there is font type and font family. So if we look at our bacon ipsum, this is just some random words about bacon, and who doesn't love bacon? Unless you're vegetarian, and then not so much bacon. So, and let's take a look at our font type. If we select the text that we'd like, we can select our text. You can click and drag to select our text in a Word document. This works the same in Google Docs or in Microsoft Word or in Apple Pages, which is another word processing software that we can use, or any word processing software. You can click and drag to select the text. You can double click to select a word, or triple click to select a whole paragraph. Sometimes a triple click will select just a single sentence. Some little shortcuts for there for you boys and girls. So when we're looking at the specific font has certain families or a font type. Font type and font family are the same thing. So I'm going to change the font of this entire paragraph. I'm going to go up here to our font. This is our font type, our font family, and I'm just going to change this to something different. I'm going to choose a very standard font of Arial. Arial is a sans serif font. It doesn't have the little squigglies that come off it to make it look fancy. And we can change that again. If I change, I'm going to select all the font again. Another way to select the font is to hold down the Control key. These are keyboard shortcuts. Hold down the Control key and press the A for all at the same time. And now I can select, I'm going to move down here to a serif font. That's S-E-R-I-F. I'm going to select Times New Roman. And when I do that, if I zoom in, if I find the zoom, which for some reason I can't find it, if I hit view, nope, that's not happening. If I zoom in, you can see, oh, there it is, right there. You can see the little squigglies coming off of the letters there. That's known as a serif font. Boys and girls, you learned something today. Sans serif without the squigglies, and serif that has these squigglies. And so we can pick our font family or our font type that we like to use. And then we can move into our font size. Font size is measured in points. Fonts are measured in points. There are approximately 72 points per inch. So if you ever needed that bit of information, if you were printing something to a specific size, you should know that there are approximately 72 points per inch in physical size. And then we get into font style when we want to style our fonts to make them look specifically in a different style. We can make, and up here in the toolbar, you can see here, we can change the color of our font. We can underline our font of our text. We can make it italicized, so we can add italics. And you can see as I hover over them in our word processing software, it'll show us our keyboard shortcuts. And this really helps us save time as we're working on our documents. And so I encourage you always to use keyboard shortcuts when you can, and learn these, especially the ones that are involved in our toolbar, to save us time. I use keyboard shortcuts whenever I can, and encourage you to do the same. So we can bold our type. You can see that bolding our type gives us that thick, dark text for our titles and subtitles and things like that. And by clicking again, we can add our bold text. We can italicize our text. We can underline our text, and again change the font color. We can add highlights and things like that to our text. So this changes the style of our text. And these are just some things that we can do to the font, understanding how our font works to change kind of the look of our text in our Word document.